Good evening. My name is Blessing Akiemi. Today I'll be presenting a speech on my initial skills versus my final skills assessment, on how I presented my speeches in the past, the present, and also what I would do with what I learned with my speeches in the future. First, we'll talk about the strengths of my speech. When I first started my speech, my strengths were how I can talk loud, how I can get into what I'm talking, and also how I used to do spoken word and poetry. So I was like, it should be easy to talk. But also, what I realized throughout all these speeches was my beginnings and my end, like my statements and my conclusions were great. And the teacher, Miss Cross, also put that in my notes. So that was my new strengths. Also, my new strengths was having fun with what I was talking about. Like, of course, I'll be stressed out preparing for the speech, but it was really fun, like creating the videos and using different metaphors and imagery and getting new ideas and researching, and then also talking about what I like. The areas I still need improvement on is I feel like I still overthink my speech. Like, I get afraid, and then when I present, I'm just like, this was awesome. And also, I don't want to overthink to the point that I back out on doing a speech that I would have been excellent at if I just pushed forward. Another one of my weakness is I feel like I didn't make enough eye contact, and also I didn't smile. And I was corrected on that multiple times, and I tried, but I feel like in my head I'm thinking while I'm presenting my speech. So instead of me making eye contact, I'm just thinking in the air. But then I feel like if I need to get more comfortable and practice on my speech, and just take away the shyness that I can make eye contact, which I'm doing right now. The three goals I set for myself in the past, at the beginning of the class, was to present my speech without being afraid of being judged, to express my viewpoints, not other people's viewpoints, and also to be able to network with other people because I feel like I'm very socially awkward. The new goals I want to achieve now is if I'm asked to present a ceremonial speech or a toast or a praise to somebody, I can do it without being afraid. Let's say somebody tells me at a wedding, come and give this speech about your mom, or at a church event. Of course, I'm gonna be afraid because I'm like, this is impromptu. But since we learn how to do impromptu speeches off our head, I feel like people will think, oh, did she really make the speech up? But no, because I'm bold in what I'm saying, and I know that my words can affect somebody else and cause expression to my audience, I'll be comfortable doing that. Another thing I feel like I will learn and take on to future is being able to network more. I made a lot of friends from this class. I was even surprised. People just randomly talk to me. I'll see them in different areas at HEC. I'll be seeing them at the store, and I'm just like, wow. So I feel like even though I may not see these people anymore because I'm going to nursing schools by God's grace, I feel like it'll help me with my patience. It'll help me at Walgreens where I'm working with, and also help me deal with different people because everybody's different, and there's certain people I won't vibe off of, but because I know how to talk to them, it allows me to network. And I never know, the person I'm talking to could be my next boss, or could be the person who says something for me and allows me to get a job that I wasn't supposed to get because if I didn't know them. The major differences in my speech: when I did the ceremonial speech, which was the Petra Kucha speech, I used the imagery in my speech. I had a presentation. And what I liked about it was how I didn't have to put words, but the pictures enhanced what I was saying. I thought it was going to be difficult, but I had a lot of fun with it. And the difference was in the informative speech, I used a presentation, but because I was informing, my pictures were kind of explaining, but it wasn't really enhancing. That's the difference I saw. And also my informative speech, I had to use facts to inform my audience, but in my persuasive speech, in the group speech, I had to use facts, but also to persuade. So it was a different usage, different word choice, different statements that I had to use. I had to say inform, I had to say persuade, I have to say present, I have to say this is a ceremonial speech or this is a tribute. So the word uses determine the type of speech. To me, all the speech I like, but the most I like was the ones that I got to use my PowerPoints because I feel like it enhanced my speech, but it also gave me like an idea of how I'll be presented. I've learned a lot in this speech class, and I want to take it to wherever I go in my business life, my social life, personal life, just in my own self, so I can be secure in how I speak and how I present myself. Thank you. Have a nice night.